Hello, yes, will be the English stream. We are a bit late. Need to fix some stuff before I start talking. Okay, I guess we are ready now. We just need to fix the game overlay. And we can actually start. Okay, I'm casting alone. I will be casting in English. If there are any questions, just write into the chat. On the right side we have Jagdtiger, or Siedlermangel-Tiger as he's actually called at the moment. At the left side we have Lemon as red with Romans. Starting with 2 stonecutters only, which are going into the wrong direction, so he will be having stone trouble soonish. I think it's not finishing up his buildings here because of stones. Probably. Oh yeah, okay, he has all the stone he needs for his buildings, so he should be fine. But his next buildings might be stuffed of some stone. I will take just a minute to fix my sticks, and then I will start talking about the game some more. know that I am actually streaming in English. Okay. And now I need... Good. Okay. Things should be ready now. Nice. I will be looking more at Lemon's gameplay because I'm not an Troja expert myself. I will glance over periodically and talk about what's happening. What we can actually see is that there was no iron inside, and he's frenetically digging for the iron mine. Lemon should have noticed the same by now. The mine for Lemon looks looks not good, actually. So I mean, if there is no other mine, you will have to build that one, but normally that's quite bad, especially for Roman, who doesn't have the same amount of starting tools, but also for Trojan because he doesn't have enough pickaxes to actually do everything he wants. Yeah, for Lemon we see 5 stone cutters before his toolsmith. That's probably a normal play here for him because he had those 2 starting stone cutters and didn't build the third one immediately, and also the third one is not working really well, placing the stone on the bottom, working to the top, and he's also working behind the building. He should be working like on this stone, probably this one on these 2, this one on these 2. But with 5 ones working, he should be fine with stone, and still be in a lack of wood. But we will see for that. He's building 2 towers, which is, I think, a good idea. Make sure that he's using his digger time in a nice way. Was building centrally at first here and going with his source to the bottom and then going for his wood economy. If he's doing it right, he should also be able to keep some of his diggers here in the middle to dig some more, might even dig some farms here or here. But even if everything runs into this forest, that wouldn't be too bad, because from here to here it's quite a nice walking distance, has some nice wine spots here. Maybe, oh no, he didn't save one, that's a stone cutter. Could have maybe saved that one as a very good source of mana here. Yeah, we'll be seeing this Christmas here, finishing up at just shy of minute 10, but it's not too bad because his iron mines are very bad actually. He stopped digging and I'm not sure why. He saw some iron here maybe. Some iron there. Maybe he wants to build that mine. I'm not quite sure. Let's look for jagdtiger. Jagdtiger is digging this one and he's actually like digging this one to not build another tower. There the iron is. There it was in his hiding position. He is fine with his toolsmiths. What I would like to see from Lemon here, if he's not getting the iron mine fast enough, is playing with 5 sawmills into his grain farms. It's how you should do it if you're not producing any more iron in the first few minutes. Okay, he's able to build the tower there. And that's why he stopped digging, but I mean, this one also doesn't look very good. Let's see the same one for jagdtiger. Oh, it's fine. Here's a row of empty shields beside it, so Lemon will probably building this one. This one I don't think will be working as the full iron mine, actually. I'm very interested. Okay, he will probably dig here and build one more tower here and have enough stone. We haven't talked about the map yet because we were a bit late at the start. We have 4 stone fields directly in front of the mountain, which should favor Trojan tiny bit, because I think Roman would be fine with 3 and would have laughed, so like if this one wasn't here, for some more space in front of the mountain. But if you build your stone cutters right, you should be able to start placing your stone industry into like at least the first stone field. So that's also what jagdtiger is doing. He has 5 on top. He's methodically making his way through the stone field. That will like, he will need to build one more of the stone cutters because of it, because they will be starting to lack stone in front of them faster than if you build them like more varied around the stone field and not so one-sided. But he knows what he's doing, so he should be fine. Taking like 4 farms already. Has, I think it's a big house. Doesn't have the temple right now. Maybe this is the temple. I'm no Trojan expert. Builds his mine now. Doesn't have a coal mine yet. That's what he's digging next, I suppose. I don't like that he is not having a coal mine. I don't like that Lemon is having any mines at all, but he could at least build the coal mine, which he should have been doing already, and he should have had some hammers in place here, so some geologists to turn back into some builders. Else, his start seems to be quite fine. For materials, what are we looking at? The slight advantage for Trojan, it should be like the normal, thing to have at this point. Very fast 5 saws into his grain farms. I like that. That's also a grain farm, so he can start building grain farms right about now. Okay, he's building some more stone cutters, of course, first, but he should be prioritizing the grain farms soonish after finishing his wood and his stone. Yeah, the tower is only getting hammered in a few seconds. Stone mine now for sorry, coal mine now for jagdtiger also. This tower, he can't build this tower. Lemon could build that one here because he's Roman and his towers is a tiny bit, very, very tiny bit smaller. Yeah, but he does have 6 sawmills, quite okayish timing, which should be a bit better even. I think he must have lost some time with towering and stuff. Sorry, I'll mute myself and cough some. Yeah, he's lost some time. Normally his farms should be standing the first like 3 or 4 ones at min 16, but he is building 1 house more than would be needed, which is good. He's kind of spacing to the mountain, and it's always needing to be carried, and he wants to have settlers at all times. Carrying his sykes, very good play. So he's building 6-7 farms, like a normal play here. I am curious if he's delaying his 7th sawmill. I like this forest spacing. Very efficient layout. Will be working quite a long time. Yeah. Carrying his sykes is very good. He's built the tower. He's now building his mines. So kind of good and normal start. How many woodcutters did he build? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. This one doesn't have a forester in front of him, I think. I know I can't see it. So he's building like 1 more woodcutter than he has foresters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 15 woodcutters. Normal play with 6 saws. Not working through the 6th one, but he has built the... Oh, he has 5 saws, I'm sorry. So he should be adding the 6th saw quite soon. Very, very early waterworks. I don't really like that. I would say he could have finished up 2 more farms before he starts building the waterworks. The jagdtiger, he is finished with his 4 farms. I think we will be seeing 2 more, 1, 2 more, yes. Also building something in this forest with 5 sawmills. 5th now finished up, I guess, because it doesn't have logs yet. Started with 2 coal mines, which is a good decision if you build your mines so late. These ones are working, Lemon's mines are not working, and I'm not sure why he didn't build this coal mine. I think it should have been, yeah, okay, jagdtiger even built 2 on that. That would have been fine. What else? He does have enough settlers, his first big house did finish. So, like, everything looking very, very standard here. Where did he pull his... here, okay, he's digging behind the stone now. Lemon should be just be able to build a tower here and be fine, because his spacing was a bit different. 2, 4, 6, 8 stone cutters only, which should be fine for 5 sawmills, but he is having 2, 3 ones which are not working that great anymore, so he's building new ones now. But it's not looking like he does have too much wood. He should still be ahead of in stone, and if he's catching up, he might be able to just build like at least 1 gold mine. Gold is also not looking too great here. What I'm interested in is if this mine is actually working okay-ish. Okay, it doesn't seem like it, because he's building another one. I think that was a good choice. It wasn't looking too good, at least for Lemon. 3 diggers. How are we looking with building materials? 30 ahead for a Trojan. It's a bit too much, but Lemon seems to have lost some time at the start here. Like half a minute probably, because building more towers at the start or something like that. I'm not quite sure, because I wasn't present for the first few minutes of the game. He does have enough settlers. He's building a very early mill, and also like some meat production, building 2 waterworks. I don't see any fissures yet. Doesn't need them because he's not building any gold mines yet, so he's fine there. He doesn't have iron still, and also no coal at the toolsmith. Coal mine is finished up, and worker is present very soonish. So it's fine to have like the two coal here because of because he needs the iron bars first to produce the tools anyway. Not finished up his forest yet. Not planning to build the 6th saw yet, because maybe thinks he's in too much trouble with tools because of his toolsmith not working. Yeah, it's down to a difference of 25 res now, which should also be growing now again, because 5 saws versus 5 saws. The Trojan should be going ahead. Decides to build his battery there. It seems fine, like maybe he lost 1 gold mine, maybe he even got it. Yeah, okay, he got it. He didn't lose like anything at all. Yeah, Alex is in the stream now also, maybe. But maybe even not. We have one person watching, so not many people watching. Early mana here for Lemon after 3 farms, then going into the other farms. Will be playing normally here. Let's talk now about the map. The way to the opponent is quite long. We have space on the top. We have some ability to go over here on the bottom, so it's also here and here to run away, so many points to possibly attack, which should be favoring Jagdtiger, who is known for his sword plays. Okay, this wasn't a stonecutter after all. I like that. But I wish his 6th saw was a bit earlier, and his stonecutter extension was a bit earlier also. Should be a small temple, very fast small temple, and he seems to be building an additional toolsmith. I'm not sure about the difference of toolsmiths and weaponsmiths actually. So the resource gap is closing. So Lemon had some buildings finishing up, which were not finished yet. Seems to be fine for this point of the game and this kind of map. So most players seem to have had a decent start. Nothing too fancy, nothing too crazy, but decent at least. Jagdtiger's temple is finishing up. He did build 2 other big houses and should be starting his weapon and at least gold production soonish. Builds the barracks here. Not the best place for a barracks in my opinion, because settlers get pulled to the bottom and get pulled to the top here. And get pulled to the heavy industry, which will most likely be here and maybe even some here. So I really don't like that spot. I would have loved to have his barracks built up here, I think, where his house is building, and maybe the house somewhere else, but I mean, space is tight. But he can build like 2 barracks on top here, and then settlers will get pulled to this mountain over here. But if you build some houses around here, get rid of the wood there, then you should be fine, and then you can build like all your heavy industry into all these small gaps and into this bigger gap here, which I would have liked some more. He does have a very good shoveling pass over here, with going from here to down here. Seems to have some pre-shoveled buildings still, so he's looking very fine. Oh, he's making space with some spells over here. I'm not sure if I actually agree with him here, because I think 4 stone fields is quite the optimal number, and I would have loved to see him play his Tetris game a bit better here. We are up to 3 people watching now. Very nice. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please write into the chat. 6 saw from Lemon. He doesn't have his wood finished yet. He should place at least 1 woodcutter on the top here, and then he can actually add a 7th saw. But he is not yet in a lack of stone, I guess. And he will be building some mines soonish, so he should be fine. But his stone cutters are very bad at the moment. He does have 4, 10, 11 stone cutters soon. If this one is finishing 10 at the moment, which should be fine. I think we see the 7th sawmill here. Not pre-shoveled, that I don't like, because I don't think he had some shovelers left over in this area, or in this area, so they had to probably run from here. What I'm also seeing is that he is lacking his finishing touch of his meat butcher. That's the English term. Sorry, I was missing the English term here for butcher. His butcher is not built yet. I think he's going. Maybe that's a house. I'm not sure where his butcher is. Maybe this one. Yeah, and he's now again back to a bigger gap in resources, probably because the big houses jagdtiger had been finishing up. His battery is not finished yet, which is normally also a spike in building materials in buildings. Yeah, we don't see a 7th or an 8th farm. With 6 farms you can go, I think, to, if you're fast, to 10 weaponsmiths, which is quite a big number for such a small investment. I mean, the big investment is here, at least. The pickaxes and also the building material are very much the expensive part of building the Trojan battery. And also, of course, the early temple you need to build and stuff like that. Here, that's the butcher. He is stacking some. Is he stacking grain? No, he's not stacking grain at the moment. He did build 2 early bakeries, so he's fine on that front also. I'm very interested to see the spacing he's choosing. What I would have loved is to see some more houses, maybe even big houses like down here, some medium house here and here, before moving his diggers to the middle, because now he's in lack of space, and I think he will probably use this space for his heavy industry. But then I'm curious to see where he builds his barracks. I would prefer for him to build his barracks like on top here, and then you control with thieves this side here, and you only need to have like some thief over here to see the entry down there, but maybe even a bit to the left here, so you are safe in seeing them and they not spotting that there is a thief. The swords not spotting that there is a thief actually. But that's like a thing you only actually say if you're looking from above and not from a player perspective. As a player, I wouldn't have noticed that I should have placed a thief like over here to see the swords but not be spotted by the swords. Yeah, Lemon fine here, building his 7th. Saw is now 80 resources behind. So, yeah, not really catching up yet, but with a 7th sawmill he should be catching up if he's building. I think he must have lost some time somewhere in his building process, because he shouldn't be that much down. I think maybe 30 to 40 res would be fine, 50 also, but not like 80, 90. Or maybe he's not down 90, he's down like 60. Yeah, so maybe like 10 to 20 more here from him would be quite nice. But he doesn't have that many mines yet, so he will be getting a boost there. But he's also not like having any woods, any wood that's laying around, so he did not lose time there. This building here has not been finished yet. Is it a big house? Probably a big house. He is not building a small temple yet. If you're building your mana that early, I really like one small temple following up and then a big temple, so you have the opportunity to spam like 2 to 3 godly gifts here. Not building his woodcutters here yet is not a good play, I think, and he should also be using woodcutters to cut down here, because he will be in need of space for his farms, and in min like 55 or something, maybe 60 if he's slower, does build a lot of mana. It's a small temple. It's somehow not it wasn't his the priority of his builders. Maybe builders from like right were the ones to come here, which had been building like mines probably, so quite a big runway for hammerers. He is at only 25 hammerers also. That's probably because of his slow mine start, which is not good for him. I would have liked for him to at least build like the coal mine earlier. This one should be fine. Let's look at jagdtiger. He still has both of them, so yeah, they should be fine. This one seems quite bad. I wouldn't have built that, and jagdtiger should be crushing that probably. Yeah, let's see how he will be doing shoveling wise with like only 25 shovelers, because he is already stacking some building material here and he can't be building many more mines. Yeah, we are losing lemon at the moment. Okay, we're starting again. So he does have some wood stacking around on his buildings, but he can't be building like more mines, because if he does, he will get in a lack of pickaxes. I like his second toolsmith here. I think it's a good choice. Let's see if jagdtiger is also building a second toolsmith. This one over here. Starting toolsmith. No, we actually don't see a second toolsmith. So late game potential, I think, is bigger here for Lemon, if he's not screwing up something with the possibility of playing defensively here. I think he should be fine, but I think also that Jagdtiger will be building some war machines to destroy buildings and attack, if he's going to attack soon, and soon after the PT finishes, of course. But I think that for Lemon that might be hard to defend if he's playing like this big build with 2 toolsmiths and building a lot of tools out of the second toolsmith. I think he should be stopping with like 45 diggers, 50 builders here, and then after that he should be stopping with second toolsmith to be safe. He does build some fissures below the river, which is okayish, better than waterworks below the river. So if you have a choice and you want to build something below the river and something on top, you should always build your waterworks on top and your fissures on the bottom. It's a good choice by him. What I don't like is that he's not building any big houses. It's not his normal play. Only medium houses so far. Stacking up his settlers nicely is a good choice. I'm very interested to see where he will be building his barracks. I think here would be actually a good spot. Building more towers to get to the mountain, to have some vision in front of your barracks. You will be having lots and lots of vision in front of your barracks if you build them here. Very central. Good ways from all the mountains, but not getting the settlers pulled away from the mountains. Heavy industry in here and in here. So that would be my choice to do the game as a Roman from like the bird perspective here. Is it an English name? I don't know. Someone might call me out if it's not used in English. Yeah, everything else seems fine. He's catching up with build resources for weaponsmiths running for Jagdtiger. We don't have the time. Minute 37:06. So he's playing heavy for sulfur again. Let's see. That's an iron mine. That's a sulfur mine, I guess. 1, 2, 3. This one can't be double. This one can't be double. This one can't be double. So 3 normal sulfur mines here. Good one also here. And another one here, 4. Yeah, he's playing heavy for sulfur again, which will leave like no mana left over at PT normally, if you have a normal game. Has built a lot of gold mines down here, is at those mountains about the same way as Lemon. He should be having a gold lead here for 8 for Lemon. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 for Jagdtiger. So that's his lead. The resources he has more are spent mostly on mines and on gold mines, and also of course heavy industry. And for Lemon, some of his resources are of course in his mana production. I actually like the second temple here. I'm not sure if it was pre-shoveled. If it was pre-shoveled, that was a good call. He is lacking logs because he doesn't finish his... He's building ships also with like no wood at all. I don't like that. I might have placed the building but paused it. Are ships a good play? So with ships you can destroy some forests, some here, and of course a lot of fish down here. So from Jagdtiger's perspective, like this fish is getting destroyed, and yeah, some farms maybe, but maybe he's also sending like troops over and sending like troops, some swordsmen here with a ferry, and then attacking down here. That would be a good choice. Let's alert King Cat and the other people in the German stream of this building, because the chat in the last game in the German chat was quite fond of ships. So Lemon doing some fan service here. So we have minute 40. Lemon has no weaponsmith yet. Finished his third iron smelter. Just about now working. No start stop on it, so he will be having his first weapons probably around minute 45, where jagdtiger is already producing out of, maybe I shouldn't say producing, because his iron is very, very limited, but it's enough. Everything is working. He can convert another sulfur again. So yeah, he's playing with 6 weaponsmiths against like 0, and like the 2 small temples might be the equivalent of like 1 or 2 weaponsmiths. So he's quite ahead, which is normal for Trojan, but I think Lemon is a bit slow here, and he might be in risk of dying at peacetime. I don't like that woodcutter. These ones I actually like, because I would again have loved to see the barracks here, but maybe we will be seeing barracks down here. Okay, we will be seeing barracks here. Also very centrally between the mountains, and with heavy industry to the left and maybe even right after some time, but I mean, next heavy industry is being built here. He had some logs, some wood in his storages. Rebuilding houses. Not building ships yet, because there's no settler inside of the building yet. This looks fine. I don't like it. I don't like this building. If you're delayed from the start, need to build a second toolsmith, then you shouldn't be building putting building materials in such a building before you actually need it. And he doesn't want to start building ships yet, because he doesn't have like the iron bars, he doesn't have the wood for quite a long time, because again his logs are very, very tight. He has like 6.5 saws only. Heavy industry is finishing up quite nicely now. That I like. He does have some iron bars stacked at his toolsmiths, so the next iron bars will be going to the weaponsmiths. He should be doing like start stop on every building he's finishing up now. Which I guess he doesn't, because he's doing other stuff with his time. Settlers are looking fine for him. He does have a bit less settlers than jagdtiger, but he also doesn't have as much heavy industry running. But I mean, he's catching up, because jagdtiger isn't smelting many iron bars. Okay, he is starting to smelt some iron bars. Goes up to 7 weaponsmiths quite fast. Has logs and has wood. I'm not sure if I actually like that. Okay, I mean logs, because he wants to get this forest done, but I mean he's having a forester there, so he's not like in the need of any wood cutting. Maybe here, and because if this one is full, then you're not getting space for your heavy industry. And he doesn't have a lack of settlers, but as I said, his barracks are not working very nicely. And he's also building level 2 soldiers, which is... I mean, he had 10 gold mines quite early. Not many gold mines following up. So maybe the right call. He's also building thieves, which he will be sending down to his barracks to actually get settlers there. But again, they will be pulled to both sides, to the heavy industry. I don't like it. He doesn't have enough iron. Okay, he's very close. He should be using some mana here again, which he should have. Judging from the mana count. And he's not cleanly following this up. He is using like four sawmills at most with this kind of wood stacked up. That's like not a good call. He will be going in at peacetime. Is he also building level 3 soldiers? He has level 2 swords, level 3 bows. Not a bad choice. Because he is probably aiming to build like a war machine and start pelting at Lemon's mountain over here. He does have some vision over here and building up some more vision over here. Lemon builds another ship manufacturer. I don't like it. It's a waste of materials at this point. Even if he's going to play like the long game, then he should be playing the long game without ships. I think maybe this one is justified because he can't protect his buildings if he's not doing it. But down here, even if the enemy has ships, this one is so safe. If you have some soldiers here and here, he won't be able to target that one with his warships, and then you can build your own ships and contest the sea. And I don't think that Jagdtiger will be building like 2 ships if I were him. So actually I don't like it. Yeah, as we can see, he crushed some storages and does have enough settlers. Yeah, does have enough settlers, even after using his food spell. So everything still seems to be fine for him, but he's just not building like anything. And even so, he used this spell to get more space for the weaponsmith over here. He's not doing great with like space. How's Lemon in that department? Lemon is doing better. Barracks to have space over here. Build his heavy industry up here. Jagdtiger's building houses here, which are wasting some space. So spacing for Lemon is better, especially judging from like the digging part. How many diggers does Jagdtiger have? He is at 31 diggers, which should be enough for 5 sawmills. Normally it should be enough, so he did lose control over his diggers, which is actually giving Lemon some chance here. Minute 50, we have 133 soldiers for Jagdtiger with 9 weaponsmiths, 4, 6, 8, 9 weaponsmiths, and not enough gold smelters. And how much gold does he have in storage? No gold over here. Yeah, and with no gold in storage, so he's not missing like any gold smelters for the amount of mines he has. How's it looking for Lemon in that department? He does have like 2 full storages of gold left, and how much gold is he actually behind? Gold bars, 50 in production, and okay, 60 in production he's ahead. In storage, I mean, and in soldiers he's lost like 200 gold bars. So yeah, he is down in gold, even so he has so much more in storage. But he's not down like 50, but more like 20 to 30 gold ore here. Let's build further, and I think what we will be seeing from jagdtiger here is he will be building some more heavy industry, but not too much. And then he will be building more, more mana. And that's because building more heavy industry right now will cost some mana and will be hard to get running throughout the whole rest of the game. He also doesn't have enough gold anyways, so he's not like in a need to produce more troops because he's not using his gold or anything like that. Has 3 barracks, so he should be fine recruiting, especially if he's not recruiting level 3s only. Yeah, I think we will be seeing a push. The question is, do we actually see some war machine production yet? This might be another weaponsmith, judging from the polls. Yeah, I think this is a weaponsmith. I would like to see some war machine production minute 51, because like it's quite a long way to the axes and then some more to your opponent. But judging from him not building war machines yet and not doing anything in that department, I don't think we will be seeing war machines from him, which is a shame because I would have liked to see some war machine plays here. But I think he will be going for the kill. He will be trying to just finish the game, which might be working because Lemon's barracks are not safe. He doesn't have enough storage units to fit in his weapon and gold, so he does lack some production over here. Weapons should be fine, but gold bars are not fine. He should be using his storages to put in gold bars. At least get them away from the buildings. He has so many settlers over here that they would pick them up instantly and he can stop afterwards. So he is putting some in here, but he's also putting weapons in here, which maybe I do like. So yeah, it's... Now we have a lot of settlers running, of course, because his barracks finished up. And they are getting pulled to get those weapons and the gold to the barracks. How many weaponsmiths for Lemon? 3 on top. Or 8. Yeah, so also quite a healthy count. For min 53, it could be more. And he could also have some more gold smelters to get through his gold. He will be building some more over here. But he will have big problems getting space for his next grain farms. He has 1 barracks, which isn't placed in a good way. Here, he's building a 2nd barracks now. I would really have liked to see him save some space over here. Okay, his 3rd barracks over here. So he might be able to defend on top here and not rely too much on this one over here. Yeah. He is using all of his wood. He doesn't have too many logs lying around, so everything seems to be fine. 16 woodcutters, or maybe 17 woodcutters over here. Oh, we see a ferry. I like that one. And we see a warship over here. I actually like the ferry with some swords into the flank over here and trying to kill. Might be a good call, but I think he does have some immediate danger of dying at peacetime, because I think jagdtiger will be reaching like maybe 360 weapons. We have 5 minutes left and we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. Are they all running? They all have iron. Yes, they are all running. He does have sulfur. He does have mana left. Not too much mana left. But he does have enough red. So yeah, he has enough mana. Building some more mana on top. Now I'm building some more mana on bottom now. Which is... can just like spam them anywhere. Because you don't need to get your food to the mountain. Your priest is getting your food to the mountain anyway. Yeah. Lemon starting production now, but he's not in any particularly good spot to get his heavy industry running again until he like finishes up this barracks here and this barracks over here, which doesn't have a storage in front of it because there's like one hit on the stone missing. He does have 109 mana with 2 small temples running. I think he's not expecting a PT push over here, so it's like a very, very nice choice from jagdtiger to choose this map to do this particular build. Because Lemon will be quite bamboozled by that. He does have some thieves, so he is seeing that he is facing level 2 swords and bows. He will lose the thief. And I think we will be seeing some swords running around here soonish to clear all the vision and leave his opponent in the dark. But Lemon has some thieves sneak through and will see the settlement. He might also be able to place like one on top here to see barrack situation and how it will continue to work out for jagdtiger, who is with the 3 very, very nice Trojan barracks. Trojan barracks are actually the fastest barracks in the game, so with the 3 barracks he will be able to produce everything really, really easily. So maybe not such a bad choice. He also has some settlers like standing around at new mines, and whenever he's casting there will be more settlers getting pulled towards his mines, which might then be able to recruit on the way back. And he also has some settlers like all over his settlements. He does have a very healthy amount of settlers, both of them do. But Lemon has not produced 300 soldiers, so he actually is not that ahead. How many weapons do we see from Lemon? 84, so we will be seeing not even 200 soldiers from him. And I was wrong, 360 was much too less. We will be seeing more like up to 380, 390 even weapons from jagdtiger, and he's moving. And we don't see any attempt at building war machines. We only see like houses and mana. And what I think will happen is that he will stop using spells for economy. He might be using one more spell for economy. Okay, no, he won't be using any more spells. for economy doesn't have priests with his army. So he won't be using spells to fight, I guess. Yeah, he won't be using fighting spells anyways, so he should be fine mana-wise, and he has a lot of iron bars left over. So he should also be fine in that department. He has like 80 more iron bars, judging from, or maybe not 80, but 70 iron bars from the perspective on his buildings. Yeah, PT is finished, Lemon with 80 soldiers. And 78 weapons in storage. Jagdtiger with 407 soldiers, which is like with enough gold for like 220 to 230, 225. So also not a bad count in that department. Lemon with towers left over, building towers. And he wants to defend here. I think he should be defending here. As soon as he sees like the big army going in, he should like stop what he's doing, crush these towers, pull everything to the top and hope to live through that. But I mean, he is not living through that. He needs to get very, very good converts on the level 3 bowman and might be able to defend. No, he's not able to defend the swords. 120 level 2 swords and a lot of level 1 swordsmen. He will just be dying here. So building those ships turns out to be a big mistake. He should have built like a smaller build, no ships at all. He had enough in investment and more economy with the second toolsmith anyways. He is out of meat already, so he didn't have good hunters. 1 hunter here. Yeah, he didn't have 1 hunter here, 2 hunters. He didn't have many. Okay, we are getting pinged that there is a thief at the second tower. We don't see any towers down here. We see 1 tower down here, which is easily found by walking from the barracks. Okay, but maybe he's lucky and Jagdtiger doesn't spot the barracks between the mountains. I don't know if he knows about them. We don't have player vision yet with the tool from Victim, but his army will be split, so he won't be able to. Okay, no, his army is not split. He has pulled everything to the top, but he's not able to fight that. He doesn't have 200 yet, and he is still not producing as much as he should have been producing, because these barracks won't work at all. Everything is getting pulled in all the directions. Jagdtiger has so many soldiers, he's just splitting them up. He seems to know about these towers. Yeah, this game will be over in like 5 minutes here. And he has vision spells, which is also a good choice. This is a Hail Mary safe tower for him at the moment. But he should be seeing now that these barracks are not empty yet, and so he might send some troops down to actually get stop them from producing at all. But okay, now he's just going for the tower. And Lemon is also leaving his barracks alone. I mean, he is not able to defend them anyways, but he could have had some okayish fights against like only the swordsman here. No vision on the bottom yet. Yeah, the soldier difference is only growing, and Lemon only has these 2 barracks left, which are very, very, very bad. I think even if he had produced everything and had good barracks, he wouldn't be able to defend this push. Like, not a chance. Jagdtiger needs to get his level 3 bowman into the fight. I mean, it's yeah, okay. He needs to ult some of his units so he can actually do damage to Lemon's bowline. Else he might be getting farmed some more here. So kill-wise, Lemon 20 ahead, but I mean 20 ahead is nothing because he was like 250 weapons down at the moment. Yeah, okay, now the bowmen are actually fighting. They are getting distracted by randomly popping soldiers, but he's getting this around over here. So, Hail Mary tower on the bottom. Did we see mana used by Lemon? No. Lemon did not use mana yet. Was he trying to hold his mana back to defend like there? Okay, maybe. He will be stopping these two barracks soonish. He now has settlers there actually. He is trying to defend. Okay, no, he just had some swordsmen standing around there. Okay, so I hope he's stopping this tower. And he's not going to like use his only advantage, which is his better building material production, because he's not building any farms. He's just in a too stressful situation to do so, and he does have some bread left, but he doesn't have like any iron at all, and he doesn't have that many fissures. No, he doesn't have that many fissures. So these barracks are done. The tower is getting built. Only tower left. He is trying to muster another defense over here. But with all the soldiers coming back, and he's also not stopped producing this, so it's basically like he has given up at this point. Yeah, he did produce the tower, which will be falling again, like the first game, but this time he can't say it's because of a safe load. So these barracks are down. Jagdtiger is in no danger of dying anymore because of that tower, even if he got some. Okay, yeah, and GG's. If he didn't build that tower, he might be able with some swords on top here to get the tower. Because Jagdtiger doesn't have any mana left over for peace spells. Yeah, not 119 from Jagdtiger, which is okay because he doesn't have like any level 3 soldiers. And then a lot of just lots and lots and lots of weapons from him. Nearly 600 at 1730 is quite absurd. that's a really, really high number. And defending that is, even with these big waves, you must have a very good round to actually defend that. So I will be joining the others in the other channel, and I won't be translating anymore. So I will close the stream and get into the end game discussion over on the other channel.